My name is Justin Godot. I've been going to Restoration for 4 years. The first time that we came to Restoration, Greg gave his testimony. That one convicted me, but wasn't, I guess, motivating, per se. And then when I heard Josh's Agnew story, that one had me squirming. I thought my wife for sure was gonna ask me what's going on because I felt like I was a worm wiggling in my seat. And then I was convicted. I was wrestling with this for a while to the point that I started telling my brothers and my coworkers that I'm gonna tell Lindsay. I'm gonna tell her everything. I'm gonna come clean. And they called me crazy. They was like, dude, there's no way you're gonna ruin your marriage. So I just said, God, I say yes to you. I trust you. And if you call me to do this, I'll do it. But you're gonna have to push me off the ledge. I'm not walking through the door. It's all on you. But I'll do it if you tell me to. And then 2 years ago at Men's Advance, God really struck me hard. We were singing, we were praying. That room gets rowdy, and God dropped it felt like a massive egg right on my head, and it yoked me all over my face. And no words were said, but I knew exactly what he was telling me it was time. And my initial response was, all right, go get with Josh. He's done this, he'll know what to do. So we weren't even done with prayer time. People were still praying, and I get up and walk towards Josh. And before I could even make it to him, he snaps his head up and stares right at me. And he was like, you? And God already told him that I was coming to see him, that I needed help. And he walked me through how to confess, how to set it up, how to make sure that I don't just go vomit all over Lindsay just because I wanted to, that make sure I set it up right. And I told Lindsay about my previous sexual history that she had no idea about my drug use pre-being together, my drug use while we were together, porn, strip clubs, steroids, lies, deception. And I confessed every single one of those things to her. And I didn't know how she was gonna receive it. And she started crying, and she apologized to me. She said that she was sorry that I was carrying that this whole time, that it broke her heart that I was walking around this whole time, scared, shamed. When we were talking about it, she was telling me how she heard Josh's wife's testimony, and probably 2 weeks before I confessed her, she heard her testimony, and she's like, man, if Justin ever brought that to me, I hope that I could just show him what she did for Josh. That would be really cool. And God was already working, and the timing was divine. She said if I'd have told her any time before that, she would have left me cold. She wouldn't even give me a chance to hear me out. I knew that it was God's timing to just set me free. And ever since then, the floodgates have been opened. She's confessed things to me in return for my confession, and our lives have just been turned upside down. I've seen more growth in 2 years than I did the previous however many, just from releasing all that. And God has been faithful to multiply that. So if I could leave you with one thing, it would be to have an open heart, a true heart to say, yes, I'm willing to confess, not when you feel like it's right, but a true heart to say anytime that God calls you to do it, I'll be willing. And to be able to sit on it, to not have to be so proactive to just get it done, to rip the Band-Aid off, but to sit on it, to truly let God go to work, to make sure that He'll make something beautiful out of it instead of you just crumbling everything in haste. Just so find someone to confess it to, find someone that's gonna hold you accountable and check in on if you've done it, and then just wait on God.